So Morgan, she's feisty. Very happy. She had this kind of not a care in the world kind of attitude. She didn't let the small stuff bother her. It was kind of nice. I mean, even through all her 40 plus, I've lost count, procedures she had done over her lifetime, she never complained. She never like, why me? Why am I doing this? You know, she just was always a trooper. She was very happy. I think her feistiness came from just trying to control some part of her life, that she didn't have a lot of control out of a lot of the other things that happened to her. She was living on her own after some recent health issues with another family, but she was on her own working at the Hodan Center in Mineral Point, loving being away from, you know, the roof of mom and dad. You know, she still saw us weekly. We talked all the time. She loved to go to church with her dad. That was very important to her. She tried to go every week. That gave her a great sense of community. She loved to come up here to the lake. We got her out on the boat last year. She always needed a little push to do things. And I think it scared her a little bit, but when she got out there, she had a great time. Spent time on the boat and going over and you know, listening to music, and I think she just loved, you know, being up here.
She was an athlete.
She was an athlete. So in high school, she was part of Verona High School cheerleading for 3 years. One of her friends got her into it, saying that, you know, they'll take, you know, people of all abilities. So never did I ever think I would get a call from Morgan saying, I'm gonna try out for cheerleading. Okay, you know, great. She wasn't like a self-starter, so if somebody gave her, you know, an idea, she would, you know, more from her friends. She would listen than, of course, from mom. But she very much enjoyed that. She played sled hockey. She played wheelchair basketball for a little bit.
She tried tennis.
Oh yeah, she tried tennis. Yeah, she was willing to try things, but loved, of course, her electronics and kind of her own little bubble that she created for herself. But, you know, if you talk to people, they remember her smile and just her bubbly outlook on life. Morgan also loved Harry Potter. She proclaimed herself a Hufflepuff, was very involved in that. We took a trip last year, which, of course, very thankful we made. Took a road trip down to see my mom and dad in Florida, and the two of us went to Universal and went to Harry Potter. The thought of doing a road trip, I've never really, you know, we always flew, and just the two of us in the car, 20 plus hours. We had a great time. That will always be a special trip. We stopped at the Superman Museum, didn't even know that existed, in Metropolis, Illinois. I think she thought I was a little crazy, but we had fun just, you know, seeing sights along the way, and had a great time at Universal. She was in her element, and so that was great. And able to see Grandma and Grandpa. She had a pretty special relationship with her grandpa and my mom.
We went down to Florida quite a bit. That was a big part of our family vacations, was going down to Florida to visit Kel's parents, and Morgan would swim. And, you know, this is one of the things that people, I think they a lot of times let barriers come in the way of doing things, and we just never did. We just always, it was like, okay, well, we're gonna go camping, and people are like, you're gonna go camping with Morgan? Yep, we'll figure it out. You know, we're gonna go.
It's never, I mean, there certainly are things that she couldn't do. but we always would have a workaround, or it was never in my vocabulary that she couldn't do things. When she was little, I think I have been in every McDonald's playland in the Madison area because she would want to crawl up there. Well, I can't let her go by herself, so, we would figure it out. Yep, crawling.
Well, she was fortunate enough they did a family Make-A-Wish cruise that they went on.
Yeah, with her dad and sister and I, 4 of us went on a cruise to the Caribbean. And that was, even the excursions, we just figured it out. I think that's one of the things my friend recently, when I was having a hard day, told me, like, you pushed her, to do things she would normally do. You never said, I can't, you just figured it out and did so many wonderful things with her.
When we were looking back trying to find pictures for the services, we were like, wow, we've done a lot. We did a lot of vacations, a lot of going out and exploring and just doing things. And again, we never really let it be a barrier in the things that we did. I mean, Morgan didn't have use of her legs, and so even at one point, because she loved to swim, we even found like these scuba booties because her feet would drag on the bottom of the pool and she couldn't feel it, and it was pretty bad sometimes, and so we would even go and we found these neoprene booties that we could put on her feet so that she could still swim and we didn't have to worry about that. I mean, we just, like I said, we always just found a way, and and she had a very unique relationship with her sister, with Mackenzie, and her nephew and her 2 nieces, and so now 3 nieces, and she, her younger brother, and they all just function independently on their own, uniquely in their relationships, and it was always neat to see the way that they would move through life together. So, and she loved the babies, loved the babies. So very, very happy.